Well, US troops have deployed to the southern border to enforce President Trump's tough new immigration policies. It's confirmed what many of the up to 12 million undocumented migrants living in the US have feared, that President Trump intends to follow through with deportations. The US House of Representatives has voted in an amendment which legally requires the Department of Homeland Security to detain illegal immigrants arrested for crimes such as burglary, theft, larceny or shoplifting.
I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country.
If you are thinking about breaking the laws of the United States of America, you will be returned home, you will be arrested, you will be prosecuted. Do not come.
The bill passed. And without objection, the motion to reconsider laid on the table.
This is a good bill. These people, these criminals that come across that inflict violence on American families, they just get more and more emboldened.
Dealing with this unfolding situation on the ground is Texas immigration lawyer Alfredo Lozano. He joined me earlier. Alfredo Lozano, who are the people that you represent? How are they feeling right now?
They're feeling worried. They're feeling scared, considering everything that they're hearing on the news. And with all these brand new changes that are happening and hearing what's going to happen in New York, in California, these raids that they're announcing. Yeah, a lot of my clients are feeling very scared and worried about how are they going to protect themselves? What can they do? Is there anything they can do to prevent this? So, yeah, they have a lot of unanswered questions right now.
Practically and legally, how have your clients prepared for these expected deportations over the last few weeks and months?
Well, I think what's happened in the last 2-3 months, ever since the elections, surprisingly, a lot of people have not done very much because they kind of maybe doubted that this was serious, that this was going to happen. But now that it's all over the news that he's signing these executive orders, you hear ICE, you hear Department of Homeland Security making these announcements. Now they're starting to take action. And one way they're taking action right now is basically filing a petition, a family members petitioning for them as soon as possible if they qualify. The other thing that I've advised my clients is to demonstrate that they've lived here for at least 2 years, so they're not subject to the expedited removal. The expedited removal is the most dangerous tool that the government has at their disposition. And part of that criteria to be subject to expedited removal is you've lived here less than 2 years. So I've got a lot of clients that have lived here for 5, 10, 15 years. And I'm telling them, take something with you, proof that you've been here more than 2 years. And under no circumstances, agree to leave the country. Ask and demand that you want to be put in front of an immigration judge.
We're talking about up to 12 million undocumented migrants in the United States. Many of those presumably would be going into hiding. How can that many people hide from the US authorities?
I don't think the U.S. authorities have the manpower or woman power to execute and have that happen. President Trump has mentioned using the U.S. military. I think we're going to see some lawsuits against the federal government if that were to happen, and stopping that type of action by the U.S. government. I believe that, yes, they are going to start deporting people. I don't think it's going to be in the masses of millions at one time or over the next couple of weeks or months. But I think what we're going to see is raids where they apprehend 50 people, 100 people, especially at work sites, at locations. And let's not forget what they're going after first is for those persons that have lived here, but they do have a deportation order already, and they just never left the country. So I think that's going to be the first step. They're also going to deport as soon as possible those that are in detention centers right now. And they're going to go after people with criminal backgrounds.
Alfredo Lozano, very much appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Texas immigration lawyer Alfredo Lozano.
Bye.